Spoiler alert, Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, is not actually the final chapter. We open Part 4 with another freaking recap of the last two movies. Why? Even director Joseph Zito was against this intro to his film. This is just unnecessary. After the intro, we pick up the night after the events of Part 3. Jason's body is taken to a hospital, only for him to come back to life and kill the nurse and coroner that were making out near him. I had flashbacks to Halloween 2 from these hospital hallways. He leaves the hospital to continue his killing ways. He makes his way to the Jarvis property. There is a lake house where Mrs. Jarvis, Trish, and Tommy reside. Across from them, there is another lake house that is for rent. For the weekend, a bunch of teenagers will be occupying the property for their own debauchery. Eventually, Jason makes his way through the teenagers, and the last ones standing are Tom and Trish. The film gives us a few noted subplots. There is a thread of Robert Dyer. At this point in the series, he is the closest we have to a true nemesis to Jason, much like Michael Myers has Dr. Loomis. Rob is out for revenge due to Jason killing his sister, Sandra. If you remember from Part 2, Sandra is one half of the couple that gets the spear through the bed. #Bava did it better. He continues the misdirection of the strong, capable man who was surprisingly dispatched in a quick manner. Then we have the subplot of Jimmy coming off of a heartbreak and is down on his luck. He is given the unfavorable moniker of Dead Fuck. In a moment of pure Crispin Gloverness, he tries to dance to woo one of the girls at the rental house. It doesn't work, and he is an absolute failure. When one guy leaves, one of the twins, Tina, entices Jimmy to go to bed with her. After coitus, he nervously asks her for feedback. She assures him he was good. Jimmy got his groove back. And at the height of this small victory, he gets a corkscrew through the hand and a cleaver to the head. Speaking of the kills, Tom Savini returns to provide the makeup effects, having previously worked with director Joseph Zito on the slasher film The Prowler. Savini returned because he wanted to kill off the character he helped to create. After all, it was his idea to have Jason pop out of the water at the end of the original film. Compared to the first film, Savini's effects have come a long way. Compare any kill in this film to the Kevin Bacon kill in the original, you will see Savini has gotten much better at his craft. Gone is the greenish neck that took me out of the moment Bacon gets the arrow through the neck. Now we have appliances and effects that are closer to matching the skin tones of the actors. And the kills in this film are pretty sweet. The bone saw throat slit, complete with a 180-degree neck twist. The corkscrew through the hand made me wince more than any of the other kills in the film. The kill in the raft immediately made me think of the raft scene from The Burning, another slasher film with Savini on the makeup effects. The spear gun to the groin, I crossed my legs at that moment. The film gives us one of the signature kills, the Jarvis. A machete to the side of the head, the victim falls to their knees, the handle of the machete props up the victim, and gravity does the rest. The sharp edge of the machete does further damage as the head slides down the machete blade. In the film, Jason is on the receiving end, but this is a kill that can be used by Jason in the video game. While on the subject of the video game in relation to this film, we meet Tina, one half of the twins, who would be a playable character. This is the first music score from Harry Manfredini for the series that stands out to me. It has its own distinct sound that is different from previous films. Then again, hearing the score in the video game helps as well, considering Part 4 Jason is my personal favorite to play. The cast is filled with stronger talent, even familiar faces. Corey Feldman as Tommy Jarvis really goes through an arc. He starts out as an easygoing, carefree kid, one of the few innocent characters in the series. His reaction to seeing a girl undressing is cartoonish, in the vein of the Wolf of the Tex Avery cartoons.
I want a diamond ring, I want some bracelets and everything. Daddy, you better get the best for me.
Over the course of the film, Tommy has to deal with the threat facing his sister and himself. And this exposure to violence changes him. When he cuts his hair to psych out Jason, much like Ginny in Part 2, it mentally breaks him. Bravo to Feldman for delivering such a performance at a young age. Crispin Glover does neurotic and geeky as only he can. His dance moves are a sight to behold. On set, he was dancing to AC/DC's Back in Black, and it actually works so much better than Love is a Lie by Lion. As I mentioned earlier, his subplot makes it easier for you to get behind his character. Ted White was 58 years old when he took on the role of Jason, making him the oldest actor to don the role. White has a rich filmography, working with the likes of John Wayne and Lee Marvin. He was a Gilman stunt double on the original Creature from the Black Lagoon. Other film credits of his include Soylent Green, Escape from New York, Major League, and Roadhouse. This guy is kind of a big deal. If Axel, the guy working at the morgue at the hospital, looks familiar, you're not wrong. This is Sergeant Fackler from the Police Academy movies. This film has some prime talent working on it in front of the camera and behind the camera. Kimberly Becker, who plays Tommy's sister Trish, has her moments. She takes a computer monitor to Jason's head. She distracts Jason, hoping to let Tommy get away. She manages to physically hold off Jason so Tommy can prep to mess with Jason's head. Joan Freeman as Mrs. Jarvis represents a huge missed opportunity. Friday the 13th as a franchise started with Mrs. Voorhees killing in vengeance for her son. Jason took on the role as a killer after her death if Ginny's thoughts are to be taken account for. To have a mother fight Jason to protect her children would be such a fitting sight. It would bring the series full circle, and it's a shame they didn't jump on top of that. In closing, Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, offers a strong entry despite what you may hear from the likes of the late Roger Ebert. I'll give you a hint, he absolutely hated it. After a rocky start with Friday the 13th, the subsequent films that followed are enjoyable slasher horrors. Part 4 is a good film. It's as good a film as either Part 2 or Part 3. I'll give this one a recommendation as well.